Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 7. Maria had a fierce sense of truth. She told stories without flinching, even when they hurt. Once said a critic about her memoir on Marlene Dietrich. Maria Riva, who passed away peacefully at age 100, built a remarkable life shaped by brilliance, resilience, and storytelling. The daughter of screen legend Marlene Dietrich, Maria carved her own path, one of substance, grace, and innovation. She grew up in the glow of Golden Age Hollywood but never let fame define her. In the early days of television, while the medium was still finding its voice, Maria gave it character. She became a standout figure at CBS in the 1950s, earning 2 Emmy nominations along the way. Audiences connected with her. Her presence grounded every performance. Before that, she made her film debut as a child, playing Catherine the Great in The Scarlet Empress. Surrounded by giants of the industry, she stood tall in her own right. But Maria was more than what she achieved on screen. Her sharp mind and clear voice came to life in her best-selling biography of her mother, published in the early 90s. It was bold, heartfelt, and deeply human, a portrait no one else could have painted. Later, she would author more works, including a novel that showed her storytelling skill extended far beyond memoir. She was admired for her honesty, her wit, and her elegance. Those who knew her speak of a woman who made time for others, who spoke with warmth, who lived without pretense. Behind the camera and off the page, she was a mentor, a mother, and a quiet force. Maria died peacefully of natural causes, leaving behind a family who loved her deeply, including her sons. Her legacy stretches far beyond screens and pages. It lives in the stories she shared and the standards she upheld. Actress, writer, daughter, mother. Maria Riva held each role with authenticity. She reminded us that legacy is built not in moments of fame, but in years of courage, creativity, and truth. Tributes to Maria Riva. Number 6. Margaret held the pen like a scalpel, her daughter once said, cutting bravely into the heart of human emotion. Margaret DePriest, a fearless visionary, passed away peacefully at the age of 94. She leaves behind a towering legacy in the world of television drama. Through decades of work, she reshaped the landscape of daytime storytelling. Audiences first met her on screen, when she brought Abby Cameron to life on The Edge of Night. Her performances were rich with vulnerability and strength, but it was behind the scenes where she would make her boldest impact. A gifted writer, Margaret co-created Where the Heart Is and went on to shape beloved shows like General Hospital, One Life to Live, Sunset Beach, and All My Children. Her scripts were known for their depth, complexity, and relevance. She never shied away from exploring difficult themes, class, identity, family, while capturing the truths that stir the soul. Throughout her career, she earned 5 Daytime Emmy nominations and a Writers Guild of America award. Yet Margaret's greatest influence may have come through the mentoring she offered others, especially women seeking creative space in a demanding industry. She was exacting but generous, thoughtful, yet fiercely independent. Her peers admired her for her uncompromising standards. Her family cherished her fierce intelligence and playful spirit. Every day she completed the New York Times crossword. In pen, she filled her home with books, laughter, and the scent of fresh coffee. Her love of literature, art, and poetry were part of her daily rhythm. Margaret is survived by her daughter Sarah, son Jake, son-in-law Wayne, and grandchildren Eli and Chaya. They remember her not only as a force in television, but as a mother who never stopped asking questions, and a grandmother who told the best stories. She passed away following a brief illness, leaving a void in the hearts of many who knew and admired her. Her words live on, threaded through unforgettable characters and storylines that touched millions. She helped define an era and changed what television could be. Tributes to Margaret DePriest. Number 5. Greetings, citizens. Each day, those two simple words connected thousands of Philadelphians to a voice that felt like home. Pierre Robert wasn't just heard, he was felt. With heartfelt stories and a deep love for music, he turned moments into memories and radio into ritual. Pierre passed away peacefully at age 70. His absence leaves a silence that will echo through speakers across the city he called home for over 4 decades. Pierre's journey began far from Philadelphia, in Truckee, California. But it was at WMMR in 1981 where he found his calling, and his audience found a friend. Whether it was mornings or middays, Pierre's show always ran on Pierre Standard Time, because listeners knew he wasn't just punching a clock, he was creating something timeless. He brought music to life. Through segments like the Coffee Break Music Marathon and Workforce Blocks, Pierre made each song feel like it was chosen just for you. His voice introduced everything from deep album cuts to rock legends, many of whom he knew personally. Interviews with stars like Dave Grohl and Eddie Vedder weren't just chats. They were conversations between true fans. Named to the Philadelphia Music Alliance Walk of Fame, Pierre's honor wasn't just a nod to his career. It was a recognition of a legacy built on passion, warmth, and consistency. Longtime colleague and friend said, "Pierre didn't just play the music, he lived it. He made every listener feel like family. He never outgrew his joy. Whether spinning vinyl or sharing listener shoutouts, his enthusiasm was constant. He treated everyone, fans, musicians, co-workers, with equal kindness." Pierre Robert didn't seek the spotlight. He carried it with him. His voice will forever linger in the hearts who tuned in, and his spirit will continue to inspire anyone who's ever fallen in love with a song. He passed after a brief illness, with love and music surrounding him. And while he's no longer on air, his station continues in the hearts of every citizen he ever greeted. Tributes to Pierre Robert. Number 4. She's tough, hysterical, talks a mile a minute, has the biggest heart of anyone I know, said Rosie O'Donnell. That's how many remembered Marjorie Johnson, Minnesota's beloved blue ribbon baker. At 106, Marjorie passed away peacefully, leaving behind a sweet legacy that overflowed with joy, laughter, and over 2,500 fair ribbons. Her baking wasn't just a hobby, it was a calling. Marjorie entered her first Minnesota State Fair competition back in the 70s and won blue for all 4 of her entries. That first batch of victories marked the start of 5 decades of excellence. What set her apart wasn't just the number of awards but her unstoppable spirit. She tested every recipe multiple times to ensure perfection. She followed trends, cared about nutrition, and never stopped learning, even into her 100s. Marjorie became a star far beyond her kitchen. She lit up shows like The Tonight Show, The View, and The Rosie O'Donnell Show, charming audiences with her quick wit and thoughtful treats. Her red apron and joyful energy became instantly recognizable. In 2007, she shared her secrets with the world through her cookbook, The Road to Blue Ribbon Baking. It became a hit, just like nearly every one of her cherry pies, apple crisps, or cinnamon rolls. She brought baked goods and cheer to events like the Emmys, the Grammys, and Major League games as a Tonight Show correspondent. No matter the setting, Marjorie always shined. Off camera, she mentored countless new bakers, encouraging them with kindness, honesty, and her well-known high standards. Even after she was widowed in 2013, she kept baking, kept smiling, and kept reaching out with both hands and heart. Marjorie once said that anyone could succeed with enough care and effort, and she proved it every day. She leaves behind generations of fans, family, and aspiring bakers inspired by her love of flavor, fun, and fair competition. Her joy was contagious, her recipes timeless, her presence unforgettable. Tributes to Marjorie Johnson. Number 3. It didn't matter if it was a small stage or a big screen. When Jorunn stepped into a role, the room changed. Jorunn Kjellsby brought stories to life like few others could. Her voice, rich with warmth and truth, lived in the hearts of audiences across Norway for more than 6 decades. She passed away peacefully at age 81, leaving behind a legacy that echoes through generations of theater and film. Making her start as a teenager at TodaY Theater, she quickly became a vibrant force in Norwegian performing arts. Her long-standing presence at Det Norske Teatret defined much of the modern Norwegian stage, where her range, from raw drama to light-hearted satire, sparkled under every spotlight. In film, Jorunn shone in nearly 30 productions. She was unforgettable in roles such as the sharp-witted Irma Funder in Sayer Djevelen Holder Lyset, the tough yet tender Tistel in Jul I Blåfjell, and her award-winning turn in A Somewhat Gentle Man. Her dedication earned her some of Norway's top honors, among them the honorary Amanda Award for Lifetime Achievement and the Theatre Critics Prize for her remarkable stage work. She was also one of the few to appear in all 15 Wam and Venerud films, a lasting testament to her versatility and commitment. Offstage, Jorunn was known for her unshakable kindness. She mentored young actors, brought calm to tense sets, and never lost her sense of humor. Her colleagues often described her as both fierce and gentle, a presence that lifted those around her. Director and collaborator Petter Venerud once said, "Jorunn made the extraordinary look effortless. We built worlds together." She is survived by her daughter Trine, along with family, friends, and a community that admired her deeply. The cause of her passing was not publicly detailed but was marked with care and dignity by those closest to her. The Norwegian arts community mourns not just a remarkable actor, but a cherished human being who lived with grace, courage, and boundless heart. Tributes to Jorunn Kjellsby. Number 2. Kindness is a language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. For those who knew Floyd Roger Myers Jr., this quote rang true. His gentle spirit, infectious smile, and warmth left a mark far deeper than the characters he portrayed. Floyd passed away suddenly of a heart attack at the age of 42, leaving behind a legacy that spans generations of viewers and a lifetime of shining moments. As a young actor, he lit up the screen with his heartfelt portrayal of young Will on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. In that single episode, he made viewers laugh, feel, and reflect. Soon after, he stepped into the role of young Marlon Jackson in The Jacksons, An American Dream, captivating audiences with his natural presence and emotional honesty. Though his early career brought him into the spotlight, Floyd never sought the fame. He pursued every role with heart, bringing life to his characters and inspiration to his peers. His talent was real, his dedication unmatched. Beyond the screen, Floyd was known for his kindness, humility, and unwavering love for his 4 children, Talon, Kinsley, Tyler, and Knox. He was not only an actor but a proud father, a loyal friend, and a gentle soul who made time for others. Many remember his laughter, his encouraging words, and the way he celebrated others' successes. A former colleague once shared, "Floyd had a way of making people feel seen and heard. He never needed the spotlight to shine. Tributes poured in after news of his passing, with fans and fellow actors alike honoring his legacy. His roles in iconic shows brought joy and inspiration to millions, but it was his kindness behind the scenes that left the strongest impression. Floyd Roger Myers Jr. may be gone far too soon, but his spirit, his work, and the love he gave so freely will stay with us. Tributes to Floyd Roger Myers Jr. What's trending on the internet? News 1. You know, family truly comes first, even when the spotlight is calling. Bindi Irwin, now 26, warmed hearts as she explained why her family couldn't cheer her brother Robert on in person during 2 recent Dancing with the Stars shows in Los Angeles. Robert, age 21, has been dazzling on the dance floor week after week. But for Halloween and Wicked-themed nights, the whole Irwin crew, including Bindi, her husband Chandler Powell, and their adorable 4-year-old daughter Grace, were cheering from their living room instead of the ballroom. The reason? Little Grace caught a bug, and soon Mom and Dad were under the weather too. Bindi shared her pride for Robert and his dance partner Whitney, writing that although her voice was gone, her spirits were high as she watched from home. Moments like this remind us that love and support can travel any distance, even if it's just across the airwaves. Here's to the Irwin family's unwavering bond, and to Robert, who continues to make them, and all of us, smile with his resilience and talent. News 2. There's a story making headlines that reminds us of the power of compassion and finding hope in the darkest of times. Courtney Stodden, now 30, has bravely shared their journey, speaking openly about the struggles they faced as a teenager, including severe online bullying that left them contemplating suicide. Courtney credits their husband Jared Safier with helping them through those painful moments, describing him as a true source of encouragement and support. It's an inspiring reminder that kindness and understanding can change lives, and that even in tough times, reaching out to those around us can help us find strength and healing. Today, Courtney's courage and resilience shine through, offering hope and encouragement to anyone facing their own battles. News 3. It's with gentle hearts today that we reflect on the life and legacy of Daniel Naroditsky, a celebrated chess grandmaster whose brilliance reached countless fans around the world. Daniel, just 28 years old, was found unresponsive at his home during a wellness check performed by a caring friend. Known for his insightful game analysis, warm personality, and dedication to teaching, Daniel touched lives not only in competitive chess circles, but also through his engaging online presence and community outreach. As we remember Daniel, let's celebrate the inspiring way he made the game of chess accessible and exciting to new generations. His love for learning, his generosity, and his unbreakable spirit will continue to be cherished by the many lives he influenced. May his memory inspire us all to share our passions and kindness, just as Daniel did every day. News 4. Here's a story sure to warm your heart. Isabella Strawn, now 20, has shared an inspiring update as she celebrates 7 months of hair regrowth after her triumphant battle with brain cancer. Many may recognize Isabella as the daughter of Good Morning America's Michael Strawn, but over the past year, she's made headlines in her own right with her remarkable courage and positivity. Just last year, Isabella was beginning college at the University of Southern California, when an unexpected diagnosis of medulloblastoma, a brain tumor, turned her world upside down. She bravely underwent months of radiation, chemotherapy, and several difficult surgeries, all with the steadfast support of her family and friends. Despite the challenges, Isabella never lost her spirit, sharing her journey with viewers online, and now she's proudly back on campus, resuming her studies and reconnecting with her peers. Her social media posts capture the excitement and hope of this new chapter, as Isabella shows off her growing curls and a radiant smile. Fans and loved ones alike have cheered her on, calling her a fighter and an inspiration. Isabella's story reminds us all of the power of resilience, advocacy, and embracing every precious moment with the people we love. As Isabella moves forward, she continues to inspire countless others facing similar battles, and she's sure to be remembered for her unbreakable optimism and strength. We wish Isabella the very best as she shines in this next phase of her life, showing that even after life's toughest storms, there is beauty, growth, and so much to look forward to. News 5. Here's a cheerful bit of Hollywood honesty that's making the rounds online. Beloved actress Kate Hudson, now 44, recently shared some refreshingly candid thoughts about getting older. Opening up in a new interview, Kate said she doesn't spend much time worrying about aging, unless someone happens to bring it up. With her trademark charm and sense of humor, Kate reminded us that feeling good often starts with not overthinking the numbers. It's a wonderful message of self-acceptance and joyful living that resonates with people of all ages. And as we celebrate Kate's positive outlook, it's a great reminder to cherish every chapter with grace and a smile. News 6. There's a story making headlines this week that's filled with hope and courage. Nikola Topic, just 20 years old and a promising new player for the Oklahoma City Thunder, has been diagnosed with testicular cancer. The announcement came directly from Thunder general manager Sam Presti, who shared that Nikola is now courageously undergoing chemotherapy. Even though he's facing this major hurdle so early in his NBA journey, doctors are feeling extremely positive about his outlook. While Nikola will step away from the game for a while, his strength and determination are inspiring basketball fans everywhere. Today, the entire Thunder family and fans around the world are rallying behind Nikola, sending support as he focuses on his health. We look forward to seeing his spirit and talent back on the court, and until then, Nikola's bravery reminds us all of the power of hope and the importance of community. Number 1. Always positive. That's how Oti Cabadas described herself, and how thousands of people who followed her knew her to be. To her fans, she was Coco Trucker Girl, a name that became a symbol of resilience, drive, and joy behind the wheel. Oti didn't just navigate roads, she changed the direction of an industry. Born in Fornelos de Montes, Galicia, she first trained as a hairstylist. But it was the roar of truck engines, not hairdryers, that called to her. She embraced life on the road and turned it into something extraordinary. Her journey inspired over 400,000 people across Instagram and TikTok, where she proudly shared her daily grind, her favorite trucker mottos, and her unmatched positivity. One of her proudest accomplishments was writing her children's book, Un sueño sobre ruedas. More than a story, it was a dream passed down. A young girl from Galicia dreaming of big rigs and actually making it. Proceeds from the book supported the Lucas Foundation, funding research into rare diseases. That spirit of giving was core to who she was. Oti was never content with just driving trucks. She steered change, showing women they could do the same, and do it with pride. She mentored, motivated, and elevated voices that often went unheard in a male-dominated field. Her passing at 41, following a stroke during a weekend spent doing what she loved, attending a classic vehicle event, is a devastating loss. Yet, the legacy she leaves behind rolls on stronger than ever. Fellow truckers called her a light on the highway. One close friend said, "She made every mile happier." The highways will feel quieter without her voice, but her message of courage, joy, and giving back will never fade. She is survived by her family and a worldwide community she helped build, support, and inspire. Funeral or memorial arrangements have not yet been shared. Oti Cabadas drove more than just miles. She drove hope, and in doing so, touched hearts across borders and industries. Tributes to Oti Cabadas. Anka was a brilliant mind and a kind soul whose legacy will continue to advance our shared vision for the future of humanity in space. These were the moving words shared by Buzz Aldrin after the loss of his beloved wife and closest partner, Dr. Anka Fauer.